Alright YouTube, I'm super excited to be making this vlog. It's Jones Beach Star Wars Episode 11 movie pitch. I did one for Episode 10 that I really enjoyed filming, so, continuing with that, this will be Episode 11, somewhat hypothetical, pretty hypothetical honestly, but the inspiration for this vlog is of course, the Episode 10 I did, but I also sort of got a spark of creative inspiration when I saw this trailer before a trailer of Avatar Fire and Ash, where it described and gave recaps of the previous two avatars, and it mentioned a concept that was just fascinating to me, that Avatar The Way of Water is kind of like water dune, and it didn't light a light bulb for me at first, but just remembering that made me realize, like, hey, I don't think we've really gotten a Star Wars movie that's set a lot underwater. I mean, we do have, of course, these scenes, like, in the Star Wars, the animated ones like the Clone Wars and Clone Wars with Kit Fisto, who will be sort of be a character in this movie pitch, but we've, seen tons of deserts, which makes the sense because Star Wars was likely and pretty much has a lot of similarities with Dune, so makes sense, and we've seen that throughout many Star Wars, or pretty much all three Star Wars trilogies, and I'm sure we'll see it in the next trilogy, and probably not as much in Starfighter, but yeah, I think, why not have a Star Wars movie that's set a lot underwater for Episode 11? That's my movie pitch for today, so let's dive in. So the concept of an underwater city with the Gungans is a brilliant concept. Although The Phantom Menace isn't my favorite movie, I do like it, but has a lot of weird things sometimes, but And although The Phantom Menace isn't one of my favorite movies, I do enjoy it, but something that, like, is incredible to me is the concept of the underwater Gungan city and the concept art that I saw behind the scenes, and it's just brilliant, and I think it's a shame we didn't see more of it, and so, why not try to recreate that for this one? And I think it would also be incredibly well done to do, like, sort of similar things they did with Avatar Way of Water, where had all the stunt doubles, like, and filmed underwater, and basically all the behind the scenes, and sort of bring Star Wars, and all the cool practical effects and puppets could be brilliant, and it could just be, like, incredible to have a Star Wars movie that takes place almost entirely underwater, or at least has a very large portion on a water planet. And I think this character that I created, I inspired him from Kit Fisto. He has a green lightsaber, and he has the bubbles coming up because he's able to breathe underwater, and perfect character, new character for this Star Wars movie, because I do think we should also see a time jump between Rey, Finn, and Poe Dameron with this movie, but I do want it to sort of focus on other characters, as I kind of get the impression that the Rey movie will be Rey training the new Jedi Order, so I think it would be brilliant to have a new one of her Jedi trainees to be the lead character. Concept art I created for Star Wars Episode 11 that takes place underwater. Yes, now it looks like I'm part of the dark side with this lighting, but here is the concept art I created for Star Wars Episode 11 of the underwater sort of city, and the reason why it's so white and gold is for exactly that reason, because this is a filthy rich city filled with greedy people that is somewhat similar to The Phantom Menace, but has probably more exploration, and I love these little ships I created because it's just the security, and the city is like, sort of similar to Skeleton Crew, where sort of a lot of pirates want to find the city to invade it and steal its riches, and these people on this planet and this city do not realize how lucky they are. Sound familiar to Skeleton Crew? Yeah. And I don't have a concept art for the villain, but I do sort of want to give this villain character a similar origin to the villains of Avatar Fire and Ash, where sort of, a fallen character who was wiped out by, in this case, all the water, and as a result, this character has, full of hate, full of vengeance, full of rage, somewhat like Darth Maul, but an underwater version of Darth Maul, I suppose. This scene right here, the storyboard, is based on the Phantom Menace scene of there's always a bigger fish, but this has even cooler fish. This one is one that disguises itself as a shipwreck to prey on its ship, and yes, these are inspired from the Pokemon Lantern. I really love this one because it's a mix of the shiny and the regular lantern, and these are two other fish that are hunting the lead protagonists, who are looking to leave Atlantis to find the villain, who is the villain. Yeah, great line of me. So circling back, the lead character of Star Wars Episode 11 will be this Kit Fisto-like character, because Kit Fisto is the perfect underwater Jedi, and this is likely rumored to be a relative of Kit Fisto because he's the same species. I don't know how original, but overall, to conclude, Star Wars Episode 11, I wanted to take, or my Star Wars Episode 11 Jones Beach movie pitch is taking place underwater in sort of, I say Atlantis, but I don't have a name for the city yet, so I'm just going to call it Atlantis because, why not? Because, that's the underwater city that we all know. This underwater city is full of greedy, ungrateful people that You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy down here, but these are not the main villains. The main villain actually wants to destroy it. Last but not least, we have the storyboard of There's Always a Bigger Fish, but this is brilliant. So you're wondering if Kit Fisto is like, perfectly underwater, why is he in the ship? He's not. These are other protagonists part of this episode 11. So overall, I really enjoyed filming this vlog, and underwater Star Wars for the win. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned more soon. Next vlog will probably be a more polished version of this vlog or this script, but I wanted to just, create one for fun and sort of have fun with my writing. So until then, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned more soon. Goodbye.